All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Sorry again for the testing. I don't know why it keeps on showing testing on there. I need to figure that out eventually. But we have a severe thunderstorm warning for all of Bedford County. And this severe thunderstorm warning expires in 47 minutes. And this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and the potential for some penny-sized hail. So this storm is moving at, let's see, how fast is this moving? Moving northeast at 70 miles an hour. That's really, really fast. So this storm is cranking it at interstate speeds off towards the northeast. So this is our main area of concern right here. I'm going to circle it in blue from Pulaski all the way up to just south of Spring Hill in Murray County. So again, with this severe thunderstorm warning, we can expect 60 mile per hour wind gusts and the potential for some penny-sized hail. Let's go ahead. We'll do a storm track on this. And I think I'm doing it wrong again. Hold on. So if I minimize the screen here, it should go back to looking good. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. So, okay, let's get a storm track on this here. So we're gonna take this out from, we'll say right here, and just bring it on up towards the northeast, and we'll put it in at 70 miles an hour. So these are some of the places, communities that will be impacted by this severe thunderstorm. Now, it's important to keep in mind that everyone in Bedford County is under this warning, and I can only, show a few select communities, but just know, whatever community you're closest to that I list off here. So, Wheel, about 21 minutes. Sims Spring, 22 minutes. Bedford, 23 minutes. Halls Mill, 25 minutes. Cedar Grove, 26 minutes. Shelbyville Mills, 27 minutes. Flat Creek, 26 minutes. El Bethel, 27 minutes. Unionville, 27 minutes. Shelbyville, around 30 minutes. Longview, 29 minutes. Deason, 32 minutes. Midland, 32 minutes. Wartrace, 35 minutes. And Bell Buckle, 35 minutes. So those are a few of the times that we're looking at here for this severe thunderstorm as it moves into Marshall County right now. So the storm is still a couple minutes away from impacting western Bedford County, but again, we're watching for the potential for 60 mile per hour wind gusts here as this storm moves off to the northeast at 70 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at velocity here and see what the Huntsville radar site is showing in terms of winds. So the good news right now is I'm not seeing any definitive signs of rotation within this line. There's a few little areas of maybe broad rotation, but I don't think that that we're going to be worried too much about the tornado risk. This is mostly a straight line wind threat, I feel like, but we still have to watch out for maybe a few isolated spin-up tornadoes as this squall line moves in from the west. So I'm going to use this tool here, and we can go over top of some of the pixels and see what the radar site is picking up on. So, well, it just switched up on me. So it's showing 49, 50 miles an hour. And the way that the radar beam is situated out of Huntsville, we're probably not picking up the best data here because the winds aren't blowing straight towards the radar site, so that's important to keep in mind. But we'll go on back here to the reflectivity view and look at how heavy the rain is. So let's look at this. Okay, so this is a South Marshall Fire Department camera in Cornersville. So this is as the line is coming through here to our west, and you can see those winds are whipping pretty good on this camera, shaking the camera pretty good bit. And we'll see. So it looks like they had a gust of 51 miles an hour about a minute ago. So, you know, these storms are definitely strong, borderline severe with this severe thunderstorm warning in effect. And again, for those that are just joining us, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for all of Bedford County. We're watching the storm roll through Cornersville in Marshall County right now. We can expect 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail as this line of storms moves through. Right now, there is not a tornado threat that I'm seeing, but you know, we'll have to keep an eye out for maybe a few isolated spin-up tornadoes. But this looks like mainly a straight-line wind threat for Bedford County here over the next 30 minutes or so. And this storm is racing off to the northeast at 70 miles an hour. So this is a very quick mover here. At least, you know, at the very least, you're going to want to be inside as this storm comes through. It's about to come through Lewisburg now, so we can watch the worst of it hit downtown Lewisburg. And again, this is from the Marshall County EMA. They have some cameras set up there. So we're just kind of watching and waiting here for this line to get a little bit closer to us. You know, we probably have 15 minutes or so if you're in Wheal or Unionville, Rover, Bedford, and Pleasant Grove in extreme western Bedford County. Probably have, you know, 10 to 20 minutes before this line gets to you. So here's the worst of the winds coming into Lewisburg right now. Not sure exactly where this is in Lewisburg. Looks like downtown. I haven't visited Lewisburg too many times. But yeah, the wind is whipping pretty good here on this camera. So we're going to have to watch out for some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Tree damage is possible as this line moves through. Yes, this is round 2. This is round 2. I do not suggest traveling anywhere in southern Middle Tennessee until this line clears, just to be on the safe side. So I'm curious what the winds have gusted to 40 so far at this camera site. That's the one good thing about this specific radar software is that I can, you know, look and see in real time where the, you know, how fast the winds are blowing here. So 13, 18 miles an hour, but there was a gust to 40 right as the line was coming through. So it looks like the camera in Bedford County is down right now, so we're not going to be able to see that, unfortunately. But you know, we still have these in Marshall County here and give us a good idea. So this is Chapel Hill. So we've kind of just done a whole tour here of Marshall County, looking at this squall line as it's moving through. And this, you know, this has given us a good idea of what we can expect. It gives us, you know, an eye on the future almost. So again, this is the worst of the storms here. So, this is going to be our main. This is our main event that's about to move through, and we're watching the Chapel Hill camera right now, and we're live for a severe thunderstorm warning that includes the entirety of Bedford County. So everyone in Bedford County is under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. No definitive signs of rotation right now. I'm looking back here and there while we're watching the Chapel Hill camera. So there's a report of trees down on I-65 outside of Cornersville. So that's the first camera that we were looking at a couple minutes ago. So these storms are knocking down trees as it comes through. So just keep that in mind. Still looking for any rotation. Not seeing anything crazy. I'm going to check the Weather Service chat room here. And again, there's going to be blinding heavy rainfall with this line, and additional heavy rainfall behind this line. So the flooding threat is increasing pretty substantially here over the next 2 to 3 hours, even after we get through the line. There's going to be a lot of water, some heavy ponding on the roadways, stuff like that. So, all right. So it looks like the wind is finally hitting the camera here. It took a minute. We have a gust of 30 so far here at Chapel Hill from the Marshall County EMA camera. But yeah, this looks pretty much exactly like we've been seeing on the other two cameras. Just some very gusty winds, heavy rainfall. The wind gusts at Chapel Hill haven't been too terribly extreme. 28.7 miles an hour is the highest recorded gust. Well, now it just went up to 30. So all right, we'll get off the cameras here for a second, and we'll take a look at the I saw a rain curtain come across. I wanted to see what the gust was on that. Sorry. Okay. So here is our line of storms that is severe warned. So it is about to move into western Bedford County. You have maybe 5 minutes at the most if you're in Wheel or Unionville, Rover, Bedford, Pleasant Grove. Don't have very much time here for this severe thunderstorm. So I was checking the chat room again here to see if we have anything new. Doesn't look like seeing anything. So let's go to the velocity data, and we can see where the strongest wind gusts are right now, coming right through central Marshall County right now. So as we've been watching on the cameras, over the past couple minutes. But if you're just now joining us, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for all of Bedford County for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. and hail up to the size of pennies. Right now, I'm not seeing anything crazy in terms of a tornado threat. Not very much rotation with this that I'm seeing right now. This is really just a straight line wind threat at this current moment. So, lots of thunder and lightning in El Bethel. Yep. All right, let's do another storm track here. See what we can come up with. So this is moving off to the northeast at 70. So we can expect this in Halls Mill 12 minutes, Anchor Mill 14 minutes, El Bethel 15 minutes, Shelbyville 17 minutes, Deason 20 minutes, War Trace 23 minutes, Bell Buckle 23 minutes. So we're keeping an eye out for 60 mile per hour wind gusts with this line of storms that is coming into Wheel right now and coming into Unionville and Rover in extreme western Bedford County. Coffee County is not under any warnings at this time. I'd be sure to mention them if there was something threatening there. It's just we're just waiting for this to come through Bedford County first before we move on to Coffee County, because this is all moving, that general direction here. Looking at the velocity data again, the Huntsville radar site is not sampling these winds very well because they're not moving directly parallel with the radar beam. So some of the strongest wind gusts are probably not getting picked up by the radar site here, but they're showing 46, 30 to 45 mile per hour winds here. And this is, of course, without being parallel to the radar beam. So they might be a little bit stronger than that. But this is overall not a huge tornado threat. This looks like a straight line wind event with the potential for some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. We're going to check the Chapel Hill camera here again and see if we had a higher gust. No, still showing 10 to 15 miles an hour. So, all right. So the Weather Service in Nashville just continued the severe thunderstorm warning for Bedford County. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts are still possible here. Here's the updated warning box, which still includes all of Bedford County. Also goes up into Murfreesboro, or just south of Murfreesboro, I should say. And then over towards Holt's Corner and Chapel Hill in Marshall County, and all the way down to Petersburg on the Marshall and Lincoln County line. So, warning box is fairly big here for the threat of 60 mile per hour wind gusts as this storm races off to the northeast at 70 miles an hour. Looks like there's a few higher gusts here starting to show up on the Huntsville radar. So we're getting up in the 50s, but still probably not sampling the highest winds there. So just be alert that there could be a few trees down over the next couple minutes as this storm pushes across Bedford County and into Coffee County. And, we're still watching out for the potential for a few isolated spin up tornadoes, but the overall threat for strong tornadoes or violent tornadoes, long track tornadoes is very, very, very low. We got a little bit of rain out ahead of the main line, which has really helped dampen the tornado threat, I feel like, which is good news. Yeah, the storms are moving into western Bedford County now. And again, like I've been saying, 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts will be possible. You want to make sure that you're not outside as these winds push through. There could be, some tree damage, maybe some shingles blown off your roof, things like that. So, and of course, isolated power outages will be possible as well. Shelbyville ETA 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes for Shelbyville. Let's see how much longer we have on this warning. So we have another 26 minutes on the severe thunderstorm warning here. And there's some heavy rain that's falling outside of the main line of storms, but this is not severe. So like this rainfall here is just heavy rain and maybe some rumbles of thunder. But this off to the west, around Chapel Hill, Unionville, Rover, Wheel right now, that's the severe part of this storm system. So just want to reiterate that. So the winds are starting to pick up here in Shelbyville. Getting some good wind gusts. And maybe we'll get some data worth paying attention to from the airport weather station here in a minute. But we're looking at the winds here within the storm, and right along this line here where the greens meet the red, all the way up and down through here, that's where the winds shift direction, and we get the potential for some severe thunderstorm wind gusts. There is no tornado warning in effect. This is strictly severe thunderstorm. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. While the overall tornado threat is fairly low, we cannot, completely rule out a brief spin-up tornado or two somewhere within this line. But right now, I'm not seeing anything too concerning. Chapel Hill, the worst is over for you. Yeah, the strong wind gusts are here on the west side of Shelbyville right now. Yeah, you can hear the wind chimes. Yeah. Yeah, they're blowing pretty good out there right now. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts will be possible along this entire line here from Deason all the way down to Mount Herman and every point in between in Bedford County. All of Bedford County could see 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts here. There's a tornado warning about to come out for Rutherford County. Oh, and it's for Bedford County too. Okay. So we have a tornado warning here for extreme northern Bedford County. So tornado sirens are probably about to go off. It's really unfortunate timing because this storm is about to come directly into city of Shelbyville. There is not a tornado threat for the city of Shelbyville. We had this little area of rotation. I was just looking at it, and then I saw in the chat room they were putting out a tornado warning. So this is right on the county line right now, about to go into southern Rutherford County. Christiana, you need to be in your safe place. If you live in Christiana, Fosterville, Midland, along Midland Road 231 in southern Rutherford County, you need to be in your safe place at this time. Deason, just go ahead and get in your safe place too. Not a horrible idea to get in your safe place. This is, let's look at the Nashville radar site here for this tornado couplet. The worst of the winds are coming into Shelbyville right now. 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts will be possible, but I want to hone in on this tornado warning here for just a second. So here's the rotation, and like I was saying, this this tornadic signature is moving directly into Rutherford County right now. It's not even going to be in Bedford County for too much longer. But if you're in Christiana, Fosterville, Midland, in extreme southern Rutherford County, you need to be in your safe place, and this is moving off to the northeast. So if you're in, again, like I was saying, Christiana and southern Murfreesboro, Readyville, you need to be in your safe place at this time for this tornado warning. So the majority of Bedford County is not under a tornado warning. This is strictly for 60 mile per hour wind gusts here for the majority of Bedford County. The only people that need to be taking shelter for a tornado warning in Bedford County would be Deason. So if you're not hearing the sirens, that's understandable and pretty, that's good, because this tornadic signature is moving out of Bedford County pretty quickly. But they still had to warn, a little portion of Bedford County for a tornado because of the couplet was right there on the county line when it was forming. So, okay, so the sirens in Bell Buckle are going off. There's not a tornado warning for Bell Buckle. There's going to be some pretty stout winds in Bell Buckle. Don't get me wrong, 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts, but there is not an immediate tornado threat in Bell Buckle. The winds are absolutely ripping right now on the west side of Shelbyville. We are getting easily 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts in Shelbyville right now. Very strong winds. if you're in Christiana, you need to be taking cover immediately. Let's go ahead and look at this. I know I have some followers that live in Christiana. It looks like, yeah, there is probably a tornado on the ground right now, just north of Midland, and moving into Christiana right now. So let me go to this product here, and we can look at the... Oh, didn't mean to do that, sorry. All right. So looking at this product, we can see if there's debris being lofted by a tornado. Right now, I'm not seeing anything concrete, but there is definitely a pretty strong tornadic signature here just across the county line in Rutherford County in Christiana. So again, if you're in Christiana, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. If you're in Bedford County, we're still seeing some 60 plus mile per hour winds with this line of severe thunderstorms that is racing off to the northeast at 70 miles an hour. The wind was rocking pretty good here on the west side of Shelbyville just a couple minutes ago. Easily had some severe gusts there. And there's probably a little bit of damage, tree damage, minor structural damage, stuff like that. It was fairly rough. So if you're in Wartrace, Normandy, Flat Creek, Bell Buckle, you're about to get in on the worst of the wind here over the next couple minutes. So you need to make sure that you're inside and away from windows. El Bethel is just getting some heavy rainfall and some gusty winds. The worst of the winds are going to be going to be right along the Highway 269 corridor right now. The tornado warning has been canceled for Bedford County, by the way. The small portion of Bedford County that was in the warning around Longview, Midland area, the tornado warning has been canceled. So we're just back to a standard severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Still watching for areas of rotation. Not seeing anything significant right this second. So I have my first damage report here from the Longview Road and Pepper Hill Road intersection in northwestern Bedford County, right outside of Unionville. There's a tree down on some power lines there in that portion of Bedford County. So if you're trying to get up Longview Road, probably going to run into some issues here with some downed trees and power lines. Yes, there is still a tornado warning in Murfreesboro, or at least the southern part of Murfreesboro. So you need to be, seeking shelter at this time until this warning is discontinued for Rutherford County. I also just got a report of a tree down on a car in off of Maxwell Chapel Road in Unionville, or a large branch off of a tree. So this these severe thunderstorms that are moving through have been producing damage here. So we need to take these severe thunderstorm warnings seriously. Make sure that you are in a sturdy structure as these storms come through. Miss Tammy, in Manchester and Hillsborough, you have probably a good 30, 45, probably 30 minutes or so before it hits y'all out there in Manchester and Hillsborough. Christiana, you're getting a severe thunderstorm, and depends on what part of Christiana you're in. There's a tornado warning that's in effect here. This is not in Bedford County. This warning was originally for portions of Bedford County, but it got trimmed back. And there's still some pretty good rotation here just north of Fosterville. Along the railroad, there's a road that runs parallel to the railroad between 269 and Fosterville. I don't remember the name of the road exactly, but right here is where the rotation is. You have the reds going towards the radar and greens going away, or excuse me, that's the other way around. Greens going towards, reds going away, and well, it just moved on me, but you get the picture. There's some pretty substantial rotation coming right along I-24 right now, just to the east of Fosterville. Murfreesboro is really not going to be impacted much by this specific tornadic circulation. And it looks like that we just had a new tornado warning come out for Lincoln, Franklin, and Moore counties. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on here. This includes this does include portions of the city of Tullahoma. The sirens are about to go off in Tullahoma. We've been through this before. There's not a warning in effect for Bedford County Coffee County right now, excuse me, but the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning here for Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties. If you're in Lynchburg, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. If you are in Mulberry, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. Estill Springs, you need to be seeking shelter at this time as well. This storm will pass just to the north of Winchester. Winchester and Cowan are not included under a tornado warning at this time. This warning is specifically for Estill Springs, Lynchburg, and Mulberry, just to our south here. So we'll look at the rotation here real quick. We're still dealing with the strong straight line wind gusts that are about to enter Coffee County right now. The rotation here is going to be to our south in Bedford County and into Coffee County. So we have the greens going towards the radar, and the red's going away. And right here over Highway 50, just northeast of Mulberry in Lincoln County, is where we're seeing some rotation, which could be tornadic, could produce a tornado here. So again, if you're in Mulberry, Lynchburg, Estill Springs, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. And we're, again, still watching we're still watching the threat for damaging straight line wind gusts here over Bedford and Coffee County. All right, so we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. I just realized that this radar is almost 10 minutes off. Don't really understand why that is. I'm going to go up here. Okay. Well, the National Radar site still has us a little bit closer to the actual time, so we'll just stick with the National Radar for a minute here. But we do have this severe thunderstorm warning here that has just been issued for all of Coffee County. So a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for all of Coffee County for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and the potential for some penny-sized hail. This storm is moving off to the northeast at 70 miles an hour. We're also watching an area rotation over northeastern Lincoln County near the Mulberry community, moving towards Lynchburg. And this area rotation could come pretty close to Hillsborough here in southern Coffee County over the next 20 minutes or so, but that's just something to keep in mind here. Now, of course, the sirens again are going off in Tullahoma for this tornado warning. Tullahoma is not under a tornado warning. This is just a severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Tullahoma. But there is still going to be some 60-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts regardless of the tornado threat. There is not a tornado warning for Winchester. The tornado warning is for Estill Springs, Lynchburg, and Mulberry in Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties, respectively. So Winchester, Cowan, Suwannee, Huntland, Sherwood, not under a tornado warning at this time. This is specifically for Estill Springs. The Weather Service is going to put out a new tornado warning for Canning County. And it just popped up right there. But this does not include Coffee County. So that tornado warning is just for Canning County and does not include Coffee County. So we're kind of split in between two tornado warnings here, with the extreme northwestern portion of Coffee County just getting clipped out of a tornado warning, and then extreme southwestern Coffee County and Tullahoma getting clipped out of a tornado warning. So we're doing pretty good dodging the tornado warnings here so far. But we are going to keep an eye on that rotation there coming into Lynchburg, because that could very well enter Coffee County over the next few minutes here. So we have new updated radar data from Huntsville, which is great because we get better resolution anyway. So we can go ahead and start getting rid of some communities here that are gone from the severe weather threat. So if you're in Unionville, you're all good with this severe weather threat. Wheel, you're all good. El Bethel, you're all good. Pleasant Grove, you're all good. So those are the communities that are good to go for the time being. So that's going to be Rover, Unionville, El Bethel, Wheel, Bedford, and Pleasant Grove. Those communities are in the clear from this severe weather threat right now. I'm thinking that's going to be all, that's going to be our severe weather threat is over after this line gets through. So um, I'm thinking we're going to be good to go here after this line gets through, which is great news. So this severe thunderstorm is about to move into the city of Tullahoma. I'm looking here. We'll look at the velocity data and see. I'm not seeing very much rotation, if I'm being completely honest, with this severe with this tornado warning here. It's kind of broadened out, but still there's a little bit of rotation just south of Lynchburg in southern Moore County. And this is moving towards Estill Springs and eventually around the Woods Reservoir area. So I'm thinking the couplet is going to go south of the city of Tullahoma, but we're keeping a close eye on it here over the next couple minutes. Not all of Bedford County is in the clear yet. Give me a couple more minutes before we give Bedford the all clear. And I want to reiterate that even though the severe weather threat is going to be done behind this line, there is a lot of rainfall because I'll just play this loop. You can see a lot of this activity, a lot of this heavy rainfall is actually moving northeast. So after this line pushes through, we're going to have a lot of rainfall to get through. So I wouldn't be surprised if some locations picked up upwards of 2 inches of additional heavy rainfall here over the next couple of hours. So yes, Murfreesboro should be good to go here from the tornado warning. I do need to check something though. I had a report that I sent and I think Davis had my. Oh yeah, I'll respond to that in a minute. Okay. I had somebody respond to my report that I had in the chat room, but I'll respond to that here in a minute. So, Manchester, you were under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts. The worst of the storm is coming through Beech Grove right now. Lakewood Park about to come through New Union along the State Route 53 corridor. And Manchester, you have probably 10 minutes at the most. Tullahoma, you have maybe 5 minutes. So, the Shelbyville Airport recorded a wind gust of 61 miles per hour as this line of storms went through. So, it's pretty impressive. That's definitely a severe wind gust. So I'm gonna share this out because this is a pretty substantial report there. So the Shelbyville Airport Weather Station reported a wind gust of 61 miles an hour. So if that tells you anything, these storms are producing severe wind gusts. Damaging straight line wind gusts up to 60, maybe 65 miles per hour will be possible here. Yeah, Mr. Davis. So there's a tornado warning in northern Franklin County. This does not include Winchester, Cowan, or Suwannee. Sorry, I'm trying to type this out. All right, so let's take a look at the velocity data again here. Sorry, I was trying to send out the report that I got in of the 60 mile per hour wind gusts at the airport. That's a really substantial report there. So again, if you were in this severe thunderstorm warning polygon, which includes all of Coffee County, you need to be indoors, in a substantial structure. You don't have to necessarily get in your safe place for, a tornado, but definitely want to be, indoors and away from windows. So the worst of the storm is coming into Tullahoma right now. We'll look at the velocity data again here. Still not seeing anything too substantial as it relates to the rotation with this tornado warning, because the tornado sirens are going off in Tullahoma. But everyone is going to see some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And if you have any damage reports, please send them to me in Facebook Messenger or in the comments of any of the posts I make. Trees down, anything like that. We're going to have a few damage reports out of this system, just because there was 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts being recorded. Reports of possible structure damage near Kingdom Road in Bedford County. So that report just came in from the 911 center near Kingdom Road in, I believe that's northwest of Bedford County around Unionville. So there's definitely some damage being reported here. Yeah, the worst of the storm is over in Shelbyville. There's nothing crazy going on in Shelbyville anymore. Pelham, you have another 20 or 30 minutes here before the storms get to you. If you are in Bedford County, I'll go ahead and give you the all clear from this severe weather threat. I think the worst of the storms are with the highest wind gusts are into Coffee County now. So if you would like to sign off, you're more than welcome to. If you're in Bedford County now, of course, Coffee County, stay with me for just a little bit longer here, as these 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts are coming into Manchester and Tullahoma right now. So, all of Bedford County is in the clear for the rest of the night. Yes, there's going to be heavy rainfall. There's going to be storms, but the severe weather threat is over for Bedford County. Oh, thank you, Mr. Tony. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. I love Davis. He's an amazing person and a amazing meteorologist. We're lucky to have him here in Nashville, in the Nashville viewing area. Lynchburg, give me a couple more minutes here. Um, Thank you, Elijah, for the report. Oh, yeah, Rutherford County's in the clear. Rutherford County's good to go. Yeah. No, Tullahoma, you don't have to seek shelter. You just need to you need to make sure that you are in a substantial a substantial structure. Um, don't be standing outside watching this come through. Um, yeah, so 6 miles southeast of Eagleville in Bedford County. Train spotter reports thunderstorm wind damage, possible structure damage near Kingdom Road in northwestern Bedford County. So um, that's that's very unfortunate to hear. There may be some structure damage. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy. But and if you have any reports, please feel free to send those to me in Facebook Messenger. And just give me the road that you live off of or anything like that. Um, no rotation concerns at this time. There's a tornado warning for some rotation in Franklin County, but I'm not seeing anything concerning. Um, the the data from the radar site is not very impressive. But of course, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are still very possible here, especially since we have ground truth that we're getting damage reports. There was a 61-mile-per-hour wind gust that was recorded at the airport in Shelbyville. So, definitely need to be taking the straight line wind threat seriously. Bedford County is safe. Yeah, Bedford County is good to go. Um, this is strictly for um, Coffee County. Coffee County, just stick with me here for a couple more minutes. There is no tornado warnings in effect right now for my two counties. Just rain and wind here in Readyville. Thank you for the report. Um, Bluegill Grill in Tullahoma. You're about to get in on the worst of it here. Um, Probably within the next 2 minutes or so. Yes, the severe weather threat for Bedford County is over for tonight. We're going to have some heavy rain, and we could have some flooding issues, especially if we get some more, severe weather, or not severe weather, but some more, thunderstorms that push through. But this, getting severe weather is not looking likely at all for the rest of the night. This Weather Service in Nashville is actually cutting back the tornado watch as this line moves through. So, it had an end time of 9 p.m., I think. And we're probably going to be totally done with it by 5 o'clock at the latest. So that's it's great news. War Trace is in the clear. Everyone in Bedford County. Everyone in Bedford County. Blanton's Chapel area of Manchester, no wind. Trees aren't moving, at least at my house. Thank you for the report. Bedford County is in the clear. Bedford County is in the clear. There no more severe weather for Bedford County. Tullahoma or Hillsboro rotation? No. No rotation in the Tullahoma or Hillsboro area that I'm concerned with. There is a tornado warning in effect for the Franklin and Moore County portions of Tullahoma, but there is no reason to be alarmed. If you were in Tullahoma, this is just a normal severe thunderstorm. You don't have to be alarmed about a tornado. We'll look at the UT Space Institute camera. Not showing very much right now. Yes, the tornado threat is over in Bedford County. The severe weather threat is over in Bedford County. All clear in Bedford County. This is just a severe damaging wind, damaging straight line wind threat for Coffee County that I'm watching right now. The worst of the winds are right along State Route 55 between Summitville, Manchester, and Tullahoma. But from the reports that I'm seeing roll in here, it doesn't look like no, there's no tornado threat for Tullahoma that I can see right now. I'm looking through some of the reports here that I'm Old Nashville Dirt Road is blocked by a large tree. Not sure exactly where this is, but I just looking at a video here that I got. Yeah, so the reports that I'm seeing in here from people that live in Coffee County is that these winds haven't been as intense as they were in Bedford County, which is interesting. to me. But that's definitely good news. Um, definitely, definitely good news. Um, so if you're in Lincoln County, you're pretty much in the clear. Um, Winds are mild but steady near 41 and 55 Manchester Rec Center, Coffee County Fairgrounds. Thank you. Debris blocking I-24. Debris, yeah. Debris blocking I-24 eastbound at mile marker 89.2 in Rutherford County. Tree across roadway, all eastbound lanes blocked. Crews en route for removal. 1 mile, 1 mile queue of traffic. So that's coming from the TDOT Region 3 coordinator. So if you're on I-24 eastbound coming back to Manchester from Murfreesboro, just be aware that the roadway is completely blocked going eastbound at mile marker 89.2. Mile marker 89.2. That would be between Beech Grove and the Christiana exit off of I-24 there. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's continue to take a look here and see what we got. We'll play this radar loop out, and we can see the progression of these strong to severe thunderstorms. There's another tornado warning that has just been issued for Warren, White, DeKalb, and Van Buren counties. Again, another one right on the edge of Coffee County. That seems to be a running theme here today. Just the tornado warnings are just surrounding Coffee County, but don't want to be in Coffee County, which is great news. So I'm looking at the velocity data here for this tornado warning that includes Warren County, and I'm not seeing much. If I went over to the national radar, I might be able to see more. Yeah, there's two areas of rotation really. Both of these are going to come fairly close to McMinnville. One is right outside of Morrison, and then another one just north of Centertown on 70S. So these two areas of rotation will be coming fairly close to McMinnville over the next couple minutes here. But here locally for Coffee County, we just have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in place for the potential for 60 plus mile per hour wind gusts. So there's not really a tornado threat that I'm seeing here with our specific portion of the line. I wanna look at that again. Where does it say? I don't see that anywhere. I don't know. Tullahoma Airport reported a wind gust of 33 miles an hour. So, thank you for the update there. Winchester is not in the clear yet, but honestly, your storms don't look very impressive at all. They're kind of broken. Not really seeing much to write home about there in Franklin County. So here's the brunt of the winds in Coffee County would be right around here right now. So coming into Arnold Air Force Base in Hillsboro and Asbury. Over the next 5 minutes or so, and then this storm will be completely out of here. I kind of think that this portion of the line kind of slowed down a little bit because it's moving pretty good pace, and then just seems like all of a sudden it's taking a pretty good while here to get through Tullahoma and Manchester. So. Oh yeah. Yeah, Fudge Around. Yeah, that's in northwestern Coffee County. You learn something new every day. So, if you want to go visit Fudge Around up there off of State Highway 64 in just north of Beech Grove, I'm sure there's a lot of beautiful people there in Fudge Around you can go visit. So that's a good name. I've honestly never heard of that before. That's a good one. You need a laugh. Need a good laugh. Tullahoma, give me just a couple more minutes here. If you're in a Beech Grove or if you're in Fudge Around, you're in the clear. So it's the people of Fudge Around rejoice at the cancellation of the severe thunderstorm warning for their portion of Coffee County. Beech Grove is in the clear, yes. Pelham, you'll be getting some storms in the next 30 to 45 minutes or so. It's moving a little bit slower than I originally thought. Fairfield Pike in Shelbyville is flooding. Thank you for the report. Yeah, War Trace is in the clear. War Trace is in the clear. The creek under the bridge on Cedar Lane, heading towards Kroger, is flooding. That would be in Tullahoma. So, thank you, Ashley, for the report. Manchester, just give me a couple more minutes here. The worst of the winds are coming into Hillsboro. along State Route 127 right now, and down onto the Air Force Base. And Pelham, you have probably 10 minutes. We'll look at the UT Space Institute camera here. If it's yeah, it's still on. It's just facing a weird direction. Our building damaged by falling trees. No homes as of yet. Oh, thank you, Wit. That's great news. Outbuildings only damaged so far that we can tell. That's great news. So this is a UT Space Institute. Yeah, I think they have a Tullahoma address, a postal address, but this is in Franklin County, and just between Estill Springs and Tullahoma. And we'll see what kind of wind gusts they get here. This will give a good idea to people of Hillsboro what's coming through there. Yeah, Arnold Air Force Base on the shores of Woods Reservoir. That there's not going to be another line of storms for Shelbyville. We are done with the severe weather threat today. Just waiting on these storms to exit Coffee County here. The severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for another 15 minutes. I'm typing up a report here for the chat room, so give me just a second. Pepper Hill and Longview, huge tree down with hot power lines. Avoid the area. Thank you. Winchester, just a couple more minutes. Power's out in Belvedere. Thank you. Any updates on Morrison and McMinnville? Um, yeah, let's look up here at this tornado warning. So, um, McMinnville is actually in the clear from the tornado warning here. Um, and so is Morrison. So if you're coming down 55 here between McMinnville and Manchester, um, we're you know you're pretty much okay to continue on through because the tornado threat has ended for McMinnville and Morrison, but still watching an area rotation that's going to go between Sparta and Spencer on 70S and State Route 111. They come together at a little interchange there south of Sparta, and they'll that rotation's coming right in through there. So just keep that in mind. But Hillsboro, let's look down there at Hillsboro. So the heavy rainfall is just off to your northwest, and the strong wind gusts. Huntsville radar isn't showing much in terms of heavy wind gusts for Hillsboro, but still some gusty, damaging winds will be possible for Hillsboro over the next few minutes. And Winchester, you're getting the worst of the stormage right now, and Estill Springs. But if you're in Tullahoma or Manchester, New Union, Tullahoma or Manchester, you're pretty much in the clear from this severe weather threat. This really starting to die down, I think, over southeastern Coffee County. Give me just a second here. I'm trying to multitask. It's hard for me to do when I'm running on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So here's the new severe thunderstorm warning. They just cut it back a little bit. So the worst of the storm is actually north, or the warning is down north of Hillsboro and doesn't even include Hillsboro anymore. But this does confirm my what I was saying just a second ago, that New Union, Manchester, and Tullahoma are in the clear. Noah is in the clear as well. Beech Grove is in the clear. Summitville is also in the clear from this severe weather threat. Really just waiting on Asbury and Hillsboro here, and Winton Town. So just waiting on a few more communities here in extreme eastern Coffee County right before the plateau starts. And then we can be done with this severe weather threat. The heavy rainfall threat is definitely still an issue, but we'll we'll have to see. I've got to give I had to respond to Davis Nolan. He's trying to use the pictures that I shared in the chat room. So I wanted to respond to him. I think they're probably doing tornado coverage right now. So I know they're trying to get the word out and help people. So I want to. Yes, Bedford County is in the clear. Beech Grove, you're just going to get some moderate rainfall uh, over the next little bit, but the severe weather threat is over for. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures and videos that I'm getting here of these wind gusts that came through. It's definitely pretty intense there for a little bit, especially in Bedford County. But um, structure fire in the busy corner area. Thank you for the report, Tammy. Lynchburg and Tullahoma are in the clear. Lynchburg and Tullahoma are in the clear. All right, let's. No, this will be the only round of storms here. So the storms that we're seeing right now are going to be the only ones. Only severe storms. There's going to be, there's going to be storms still around, but they will not be severe. Cannon County is in the clear. Winchester, you are you still have a severe thunderstorm warning, so just you know just stay inside for a little bit longer. Don't understand. Y'all are saying we are all clear, but if you put the radar in motion, it looks rough at 7:30 to 8. What What do you mean, Terry? You can't put the radar in motion ahead of time. That's not that's not how that works. There's I mean, it might look rough, but I guarantee you that there will not be any more severe weather here today. There's going to be some strong, some heavy rainfall and potentially some flooding issues, but there's not going to be any more severe weather here today. The tornado watch is being cleared out as this line continues to move off to the east. So, the tornado threat is definitely not going to be very significant for the rest of the evening. Bedford County is in the clear. Um, Coffee County is, I can give the all clear for Coffee County now. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect um, has been expired. So there's not going to be any more severe wind gusts with that portion of the line that's continuing to push through Coffee County. So the News 2 radar, the future forecast shows an um, orange/red line of storms. Um, yeah, I mean that. So those future radars on any of the weather apps are really unreliable. Um, like I've watched the future radar on the Weather Channel app before. We've had a small snow event, and as soon as the snow gets over Bedford County, it just explodes. And it turns into this big winter storm. And guess what? It doesn't happen. Um, those I'm not even sure what data they pull from. I'd like to find that out. Um, the future radar is very unreliable on those apps. Um, just trust me when I say that the severe weather threat is over. We're going to have some flooding concerns, especially as this rain continues to push through. Isolated flooding concerns, but the tornado threat, damaging wind threat, large hail threat is coming to an end. Um, I, you know, I'm in the NWS chat, and they've been honing in on this idea. The meteorologists in Nashville have been honing in on the same idea that I'm talking to you about right now, where the line of storms moves through, and then we're done for the day. So I don't see any reason to be concerned for the rest of the night. This was a one and done deal, and I think it's great that we get this out of here before dark. This is great. Yes, everything is moving away from Nashville. Somebody wanted me to look at Birmingham. I'll look at this storm over just south of Jasper. If I can. Maybe? Why isn't it letting me do it? Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's some pretty good rotation there over, was that Walker County, Alabama? Coming into Cordova. They had a big time EF4 during April 2011 in Cordova. This is nowhere near here. Someone just wanted me to look at the radar. So, in Birmingham proper, nothing crazy, but there is that tornado warning storm in Jasper, and then there's some more storms coming out of Meridian, Mississippi. So just keep that in mind. No, we're done. We're done with the severe weather threat today everywhere. If you were in Bedford or Coffee County, we're done with the severe weather threat. Pelham, I'm just seeing some heavy rainfall that's moving in. You're not under any sort of warning, from what I can tell. The wind gusts that the Huntsville radar site are picking up on show 30 to 40 miles per hour, but I'm not seeing anything crazy in terms of wind gusts or tornadoes. So yes, there's a large tree down covering both lanes on I-24 East at exit 89. I'm just looking around here. So I think we're going to go ahead and call this done. Call this live stream done. The severe weather threat is over. There's just some heavy rainfall and potentially some frequent lightning too here or there over the next couple hours. But the severe weather threat is done for the rest of the night. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to make an all clear post here in just a little bit. If you have any damage reports, please send them to me on Facebook Messenger or Twitter. Any way you can get them to me, I'll take them and I'll get those passed along to the National Weather Service. So thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all have a great rest of your Saturday.